Happy Tuesday, everyone. It is your girl Z of Z Speaks with the word of the week. For those of you who are just joining in for the first time, I just want to say thank you for coming on into the studio with me for the word of the week. If you've not ever seen it, you're in for a little treat. It'll be the first time that you've ever had the opportunity to see me, hear me, be involved in this thing with me. What I do is every week I come on and I share with you my thoughts, my feelings, maybe something that may have been spoken to me or said to me, or a conversation that I had that inspired me with a word or a phrase or even just a thought that I can bring to you for the word of the week. Well, welcome. And for those of you who have been following me, who've been following, and sharing, continue to do so. I appreciate you more than you know. But let's get into it. The word of the week for this week is gratitude. Now, I believe in the attitude of gratitude. I believe that you should carry that spirit with you everywhere you go and everything that you do. Because my mother used to say something to me that when people are doing anything for you or with you or joining in something that makes you happy to make you happy, those are things that they're doing by choice. And so you should be grateful for people to do things for you. And sometimes she would say that when it was something maybe that my dad did for us as a family, and she would say, I'm grateful for my husband. Or if her sisters would look out for me and my brother while her and my dad can go out for, a weekend, or when we spent our summers in Louisiana and they had time to themselves, she would say how grateful she was for her sisters for doing those types of things for her. Well, her attitude of gratitude was so real until people wanted to continue to do things for her because she made them believe that she was really and truly grateful for what they did. She made them believe that whatever it was that they were doing for them, whatever kindness or whatever action that they were doing for them, meant so much to them that it made them proud to be the giver or the doer, if that makes any sense. See, when you're grateful for other people, people look at you and they see the same person in you. Let me break that down a little bit. If I am so excited about being a mom to now 4 children and the pieces that they bring into my life, there's always one thing or another that one of them does that's just specific to themselves that makes me better. And there's 4 of them. We have the eldest, who's a girl, and she has the first grandchild of the 4 of them. She has the first grandchild. So I have a different type of gratitude towards her than I will towards anybody else because she had the first grandchild. Like of the 4 of them, she gave us the first. So there's some gratitude there because I'm able to understand what it feels like to be a grandmother on some level. I didn't give birth to her, but being connected to her, without her, that would never have happened because I didn't have a daughter any other way. So the gratitude that I show towards her is I give her thanks for bringing that little girl into the world and bringing her into our lives. Although we don't get to see her as much as we would like, I'm still very grateful for that because she lives in Florida and it can be just as easy for us not to hear from her or not to see her, but she makes sure that she sends us pictures and she sends us videos and things like that so that we can still be connected to her. That makes me feel really good. So it also makes me understand how I am grateful to be able to feel like that or be happy about that experience in my life. Okay, let's continue to go down the list. We have the firstborn son who actually is here now from Florida. He's here from Florida. He lived only with us for just a short period of time when we got married, and he moved to Florida to be with his deceased mother's family. Now, he's back here now. And the relationship that we didn't get to build before, we're getting a chance to do that now. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for now being able to going forward, spend the time with him and get to know who he is because there's a spirit about him. He's a very kind person. He's a sweet person. I mean, he just doesn't want to hurt a fly. That reminds me so much of his father who raised him. So to look at him, I'm grateful to be able to see the fruits of Eugene's labor as a single dad. So I show him that gratitude by loving on him in a way that he deserves because I can be the mother that he hasn't had in so many years. I'm grateful for that too. So in turn, I show him my kindness, my love, and all those things, which makes him feel really good. See, gratefulness and gratitude can come full circle for everybody involved. That's the point I'm getting at. Now let's start with the two that I gave birth to. I gave birth to a little boy in August, and he was the first person that called me mama. He's the first person to make me a mama. He will forever be my firstborn son. Forever. Nobody else will ever have that role. No one else can ever be my firstborn son but him. So my friend LaShonda affectionately calls him number one. So we kind of joke about, having a number one and a number two, but it's not a placeholder. It's more of the gratefulness that I have that I was able to fall in love for the first time with something that I was responsible for bringing into this world. It was 15, almost 16 hours worth of labor. It was a labor of love. I don't remember any of the pain, none of it. All I remember is the first time he looked at me and I knew that there was a different kind of love that I've never felt before in my life. It opened my heart a little bit more. And I didn't really like other people's kids. I mean, don't get me wrong, don't come for me. I love children, but I didn't want to be around everybody's kids. I was just never that person. And the truth be told, I'm still not like that. I'm not interested in being around everybody's kids. I'm not. But if they are genuinely sweet, kind, raised well, polite, respectful children, then you can't miss me on that. I can have a house full of them. I had that in Ross. He was my kind child, my sweet child. He would listen. He went to bed early. I never had to move anything. He wasn't a kid I had to discipline a lot. I didn't. So God gave me the sense of your mother's not here, but you're going to be a great mom because he's a great kid. Let me give you a gift of a great kid so that you can see who you can be as a mom. That's what I'm grateful for from him, giving me the opportunity to put my shoulders back and hold my head up high and say, hey, I'm a good mom too. Because see, when you got a good mom that you were grateful for, that has passed on, you remember the things about her, but you're grateful for the things that she taught you. And I raised him in the same manner with the same type of love, unwavering love that she raised me with. So even though I didn't think I wanted but one child, God said something different. And having a child that was so easy made it a whole lot easier when I went to the doctor and the doctor said, we don't have another baby. And I was like, we who? Because that was not in the plans. It wasn't in the works. Well, number two came along and my gratitude for him started a little bit later in life when I realized that he mirrors me in my personality. I'm on 10 a lot, and he's on 12 when I'm on 10. So his energy is that is different from Ross because Ross is out a little laid back. He absorbs everything, but he's my quiet storm. That other one is my Tasmanian devil. And so I was able to take the same type of quiet, peaceful, tranquil love and give some of that to this Tasmanian devil and be able to love them both with all of my heart. Never thought I could do that. So what him coming into my life gave me, what I'm grateful for, is the ability to see myself and be able to see the good and the bad of me in somebody who mirrors me in personality. It helped me to kind of tone myself down in a lot of ways because I saw how big his personality was. I had to tone myself down just enough so that I can allow him to grow into his own personality. It grew me. So being grateful for the people that are in your life and the people that are around you, gives you the opportunity to show them how much they deserve the applause, how much they deserve the thanks, how much they deserve the gratitude. Pulling all of this together is the man that leads this family. He is the kindest, most gentlest man in the world. Gentlest, gentle man in the world. He, his kindness is, when people ask me to describe him, one of the first things that I will always say is that he's kind. And I'm grateful for his kindness because throughout life, everybody's going to have some situation in their life where they're going to deal with something that's just absolutely ugly. Somebody that's ugly, somebody that's going to hurt you, take advantage of you, make you feel just really, really small. And I had that. And that was something that was seen not just by the world, but it was seen by his eyes. Because I had a very messy marriage and a very messy divorce prior to my marriage to my husband now. And it was public. So what I was grateful for with him is I was able to grab his hand and feel safe. And while I was healing and feel safe while I was unpacking all of these emotions that were that needed to slough off. I needed to shed that skin, shed the hurt, the humility, the anger, all those things. And all he helped me do was brush it off and polish myself up and help me see that that was not my fault. None of that was of me outside of the parts that I played in it for allowing it into my life. He respects me and appreciates my thought processes, but he just walked alongside of me with that. And that I'm grateful for. So to sum all this up, y'all, I don't care what blessings you have in your life. You need to recognize them, you need to speak to them, and you need to let the people know around you that you are grateful for them. Because here's what the deal is. All of those people that are in my life came into my life through whatever God felt like I needed at the time. He felt like I needed my oldest, my firstborn. He felt like I needed my secondborn. He felt like I needed this girl that came into my life where I never physically had a daughter to give me a granddaughter that I can actually say, oh, okay, I've been around since this baby was born. Never had that before. And then to have an additional son who actually wants to have a mother in his life. Now, some kids, the blended families, they don't want to be bothered, but he actually is pretty proud to say that I'm his mom. So those are the things that do what? They build me up. But I'm the one that's blessed. They all bless me. And I show that in everything that I do as much as I possibly can. It feels good to do that. So I want you guys to take the time to just, even if you have to write it down, even if you can't recall it, just to recall it off the top of your head, but take the time to write down someone or some situation in your life that you feel grateful for. And then thank God for that person, place, or thing. And just watch how the universe opens up an opportunity for somebody to be grateful for you and show you that in return, because that's how it works. I'm getting back so much love and so much honor from the people in my life, the people that I'm the closest to. Those that I'm not close to, I don't really expect that. And sometimes it's not going to always be your family. Eugene and I have a couple of couples that are really close to us. And every time they stop what they're doing to spend time with us, to celebrate our anniversary with us, or to celebrate our birthday with us, or to celebrate our children with us, they don't have to do that, but they do it. We're grateful to have them in our lives, and we let them know that. That continues the relationship. That's the tie that binds. So if you don't have that in your life, or you think that you don't because you do, get somewhere, sit yourself still for a minute, and just think about what makes you happy, who brings you joy. And if they come to mind, write them down, and then pick up the phone and call them and tell them how grateful you are for them. Now that's my time. I hope that I've shared something with you that you could take something from, because I come here and I pour myself, my heart out to you guys based on what my experiences are. If there's something that you can grow from that you hear here, then I've done my job. Because, like at the end of all of my shows, I say the same thing. I want you to be, along with me, the best version of yourself. And that's what we're going to do here on every Tuesday. And I want you to understand that everybody listening, and under the sound of my voice right now, you are meant to fly. That's my time. Until next week, peace.